What the fuck is up, everyone? Prism Meddler here, back with a brand new album ranking. And yes, the first ranking of 2022 is on Me Know It, finally. And originally, yeah, I know I was doing Sodom first. I'm still doing it. That will be next. I promise you it's next. But anyway, yeah, I'm doing the Soulfly ranking from worst to best. Actually, now it's gonna be my least favorite to most favorite because Soulfly does not have a bad album at all to date. I know they're about to release a new album sometime later this year, but originally I was going to wait on that, but I'm going to go ahead and do it right now. Plus, I think Market Punk has been wanting me to rank this band for quite a while. He already did his ranking a few months ago. Now I'm doing my ranking. So, yeah, enough bullshit. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, now starting up with my least favorite at number 11, I got Omen. This is a decent album, but I wouldn't say I'd go back to it. It's not bad at all, don't get me wrong. It's just happens to be my least favorite. Mainly because most of the songs on here are just way too short, and it doesn't really go a lot anywhere, and it's just typical thrash metal sounding music, in my opinion. That's what it was. So the songs I do like from Omen is Bloodbath and Beyond, Rise of the Fallen, Great Depression, Kingdom, Vulture Culture, and Soulfly 7? Soulfly 7? I may be wrong. I'll say it's a decent album, but not one of my favorites, but it's my least favorite from Soulfly. But it's not a bad album at all, don't get me wrong. But I don't really go back to it that much. So I'm going to give this album a 6 out of 10. I'll say it's decent. So Omen comes in at my least favorite at number 11. Okay, now at number 10, I got 3. Yeah, that's what's the fucking album title is called, 3. Yeah, this is also my second least favorite. Mainly because there's a lot of open space stuff into it. This album is, and between that album and Omens, is kind of back and forth on what's my least favorite by them. But the reason why I put 3 a little bit above Omen is because there is some headbangable songs on here that I really do enjoy. And the songs I do like from 3 is Downstroy, Seek and Strike, Interfaith, 1, featuring Kristen Mikado from El Nino. I'm planning on ranking El Nino in the future. I've been waiting on their new album, which they haven't been releasing. The last album they released was in 2014. Anyway, Tree of Pain and Call to Arms. So yeah, those are the 6 songs I like from this album. It's decent, but there's it's just way too open space in my opinion. 3, yeah, I'll also give it a 6 out of 10. It's decent. I'm gonna go ahead and move on. So 3 comes in at number 10 for me. Okay, now at number 9, I got Archangel. Okay, now Archangel. Now this is the only album that will be a 7 out of 10, by the way. Now Archangel, it's a good album, but it's not my favorite. But I think it's a good album. It's kind of a lot similar to Omen album, but the reason why I do think this is a lot better is because it has a lot of brutality in this album. It kind of has a little bit of black metal elements here and there. It's like Sepultura, old school Sepultura, Max Cavalera's previous band. Now, speaking of Sepultura, Soulfly is more Sepultura than modern Sepultura, if you know what I mean. I'm not saying modern Sepultura is bad. I do have plans on ranking it. Well, I'll talk about it at the end. Anyway, the songs I do like from Archangel is We Sold Our Souls to Metal, Sodomites, Live Life Hard, Shamash, Bethlehem's Blood, Titans, and Deceiver. Yeah, these are the songs I do like from this album. Really good album. Not one of my favorites, but really solid album. 7 out of 10, like I said before. So, yeah. Archangel would have to be at number 9 for me. Now, at number 8, I noticed some people would put this at the near bottom, and I can somewhat understand why, but for me, I really do like this album. And at number 8, I got Savages. Why I put this a little bit higher than usual. I kind of like its doomy elements to it. It kind of has this evil sound to it on this album. That's what I like about it. Yes, I know there's some complaints. Sorry, guys. As you know, I had a flu previously. I was sick for the past few days. Anyway, yeah, the reason why, I guess it's mainly because the songs are a bit too long for them, but they're not that long to me. But anyway, yeah, the songs I do like from Savages are Bloodshed, Fallen, Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla, Spiral, This Is Violence, KCS, and Soulfliction. So yeah, I do quite enjoy this album, nonetheless. So, I'm gonna give this a 8 out of 10. I think it's a really great album. I think it's underrated. I honestly don't see the hate for this album. Yes, it may be a bit too long for you, but I kind of like its, evil vibe to it. So, yeah, I have to say, Savages will have to be at number 8 for me. Yeah, it's an 8 out of 10. I mentioned that before. Alright, now number 7. This is one of their new metal albums back in the day. Originally, they were new metal, and then they switched it into their thrash metal sound. Thrash/death metal sound and groove metal. So at number 7, I got Primitive. I know it may be a little bit controversial that I put it at quite at the middle, but I mean it's a great album. Don't get me wrong. I just think the other albums are better. The songs I do like from here are Back to the Primitive, Pain, featuring Chino Moreno from Deftones, which is awesome. Bring It, Jump the Fuck Up, featuring Corey Taylor from Slipknot, Stone Sour. Sun Song, featuring Sean Lennon. Sean Lennon is actually John Lennon's son from the Beatles, by the way. Boom, Terrorist, featuring Tom Araya from Slayer, and The Prophet. So, yeah, definitely enjoyed this album. Not my favorite, but I would definitely go back to it nonetheless. So, definitely a great album. 8 out of 10 as well. So, Primitive would be at number 7 for me. Alright, now at number 6, it's another new metal album, and I bet you know what it is, and that would be their self-titled debut album, Soulfly's 1998 album. I feel like this is Sepultura's next album after their previous album, Roots, because Sepultura's next album after Roots is when Derek Green takes over Sepultura, and then Max Cavalera leaves and forms Soulfly. So, I feel like this is more of Sepultura's next album. That's just my opinion, though. I'm not saying the Derek Green era Sepultura is bad, but we're not, like I said before, we're not talking about Sepultura right now. But anyway, yeah, I have to say this is usually new metal albums started off really strong, as all me know. And I could agree with, yeah, it's a pretty strong debut, and it's produced by Ross Robinson. I've been bragging about him before in the past, that he also did Slipknot's first 2 albums, Korn's first 2 albums, Limp Bizkit's album, $3 Bill, y'all. Oh, speaking of Limp Bizkit, Fred Durst is in one of the tracks from there. So, here are the... Oh, yeah, almost forgot. From 6 to 1 is where I like all songs, by the way. So, here are the songs. Oh, and also, the next 3 albums were 9 out of 10s, just letting you know. Alright, all 15 songs. Eye for an Eye, featuring Dino Cazares and Burton C. Bell from Fear Factory, which is awesome. Burton C. Bell was from Fear Factory, but he quit the band last year. No Help, No Fear, Bleed, featuring Fred Durst and DJ Lethal, also from Limp Bizkit. Tribe, Bomba, First Commandment, featuring Chino Moreno from Deftones, another song he's featured in. Bumclot, Soulfly, Umbar, Qualembo, featuring Benji Webby. Is that the dude from, what's that band's name? Skindred? Yeah, and, oh, I didn't know DJ Lethal was in that track. Huh. Anyway, Fire, The Song Remains Insane. No, featuring Christian. Oh, wasn't he the former bassist from Fear Factory? Anyway, Pre-Justice, also featuring BG Webby once again, and Carmageddon. So yeah, those are all the songs I like from this album, all 15 tracks. Amazing debut for them, and yeah, 9 out of 10, like I said before. So Soulfly's self-titled debut, will have to come in at number 6 for me. Alrighty then. Next up at number 5, I got Prophecy. This is a really interesting album, to be honest with you. I believe this is their last album with new metal elements to it. I don't know, I could be wrong, but I know their next album is not new metal. I guess it kind of contains some new elements, but not too much. Prophecy, I really do quite enjoy this one. This is probably their most experimental one to date. I think it's their most experimental album. It's got a lot of like world music sound, reggae vibes to it, and I kind of find that interesting. Usually metal music does not have that, but this one has a lot of it, and I actually enjoyed all songs, by the way. And I'm not too big on reggae, by the way, but for some reason I quite enjoy it. Surprisingly, I like all songs. Let me look at the list here. Fucking not responding. Come on. Come on, are you done yet? I'm not gonna restart, dude. Fuck. Finally. Alright. Here's all the songs. There's 12 of them. Prophecy, Live and Sacrifice, Execution Style, Defeat You with Danny Marianino. Mars. Mars is a pretty trippy ass song, by the way. Same with I Believe. Moses featuring Iceburn. Born Again Anarchist. Awesome song. Parada in the Meantime, which is a cover from Helmet. Soulfly 4 and Wings. So yeah, and then there's a hidden track. Mars, I can't even read that. I can't pronounce that. But, yeah, those are all the songs I do like from this album. I noticed that, David Ellefson, well, he was from Megadeth till he got kicked out for groping a minor. Anyway, I noticed he played guitar on a few songs from this album. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. I actually but still, I enjoy the shit out of this album. Very experimental and best, but yeah. Prophecy will come in at number 5 for me. Alright, now number 4, I got their latest album, Rituals. I actually enjoy the shit out of this one. This is actually pretty strong for their latest, well, not their latest song for long, but still, yeah, I actually quite enjoy this one. This reminds me of old school Sepultura. Number 3, is it Uno? I don't know. My fucking Spanish sucks. Alright, at number 3, I got Conquer, their 2008 album, their 6th album. Again, love all songs. Here are the songs I do like. Bloodfire War Hate featuring David Vincent from Morbid Angel. I'm trying to pick a fine chance to rank them in the future, guys. I promise. Unleash featuring Dave Peters. Paranoia. Almost said Paranoid. Warmageddon, Enemy Ghost, Rough, Fall of a Sycophants, Doom for Those About to Rot, Touching the Void, and Soulfly 6. So, yeah, those are all the songs I do enjoy from this album. This is one of their darker albums, and I fucking enjoy it. This is a 10 out of 10. This is actually a masterpiece album. This is like Sepultura's back to thrash metal with Max Cavalera, but it's more Sepultura than modern Sepultura, if you know what I mean. Perfect album. 10 out of 10, like always. So, Conquer will have to be at number 3 for me. Okay, now at number 2, I got Enslaved, their 2012 album. I actually enjoyed the shit out of this album. This is probably, I mean, who the fuck's the drummer in this album? The drumming sounds brutal in this album. It's probably one of their darker ones too. It just has this dark sound to it throughout from start to finish. So here are the songs I do like. Resistance, which is mainly the intro of the album. World Scum featuring Travis Ryan from Cattle Decapitation. I'm a fan of them. I'll rank them some other time in the future. Intervention, Gladiator. That's a fucking awesome song, by the way. Legions, American Steel. Redemption of Man by God featuring Des Fafara from Cold Chamber and Double Driver. Hey, wow, that's funny. That was my last ranking. Treachery, that's a fucking epic song. Plata o Plomo. Speaking of that song, that features Tony Campos on vocals. He's the bassist from Static X, by the way. Chains, Revengeance, features Richie Sound Eager, which is Max's family members. I also like the deluxe bonus tracks as well, so I'll include that on here too. Slave, Bastard, and Soulfly 8? Yeah? So yeah, this is a fucking underrated album. I enjoy the shit out of it. This is probably one of their darkest ones. So, and by the look of that album cover, yep, it's definitely gonna be a fucking dark album. So there the fuck you go. 10 out of 10. Enslaved will have to be at number 2 for me. And number 1, I got Dark Ages. Yes, that's right. That is my number 1 Soulfly album. This is dark, it's experimental, it's fucking heavy, it's all of it. Now, this is the album that brings back the old school shit from Sepultura. Like the old school, well, it's got some nail bomb elements too, because this album does have plenty of industrial elements to it of Max Cavalera's one-side project Nail Bomb. So that's what this album sounds like. So here are all the songs. Here are the songs. Let me read it. All right, The Dark Ages, which is the intro for the album. Babylon, I, Carved Inside, Arise Again. I believe Arise Again is a sequel to the Sepultura song Arise. I may be wrong. Molotov featuring Paul, I don't know who these people are. Frontlines, Inner Spirit, Corrosion Creeps, Riot Starter, also featuring David Ellefson from The Rapist from Megadeth. Bleak, The March, Fuel the Hate, Stay Strong, and Soulfly 5. That's probably my favorite instrumental. This is probably my favorite Soulfly songs out of all. But yeah, I definitely enjoy the shit out of this album. It's brutal, it's heavy, it's just everything on this album. I also noticed that I also heard rumors that Kerry King was involved in this album, but I don't know what song he's in though. But anyway, yeah, I definitely enjoy this fucking album from start to finish. It's definitely their heaviest, it's their most aggressive, and it's definitely the most experimental. And it's definitely the most darkest one ever. I mean, I'm not fucking kidding. That's pretty much I have to say here. So, yeah, fucking 10 out of 10. That's pretty much I have to say. So, Dark Ages comes in at number 1 for me. And that is my ranking for Soulfly from least favorite to most favorite. So, yeah. What is your ranking from Soulfly? Let me know in the comments below. And now, what's the shit I was saying about Derek? Oh, no, I'm not saying I'm against Derek Green or anything. I actually do plan on ranking the entire discography of Sepultura sometime this year. I know I've ranked it in the past, but I've only ranked the Max Cavalera era back in early 2020, so. But this time, whenever I'm ranking Sepultura, I will include the rest of their materials. So, yeah, stay tuned. I don't know when I'm doing it, just to let y'all know. So, yeah, Sodom is next. I promise. No bullshitting, no fucking around. It's for real this time. I have nothing else to say. I'm gonna go ahead and end the fucking video. So, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to me if you haven't. Click the bell notification. Make sure you leave a like and comment. And most importantly, share this video so I can get more views and subscribers. So until then, I'll see y'all next time. Peace out, everyone.